to the Starladder I-League Invitational brought to you by Twitch TV. We are live from the Starladder Arena in Kiev, and it is the grand finals. Team Liquid up against Mineski. And believe it or not, Team Liquid is a game down for the first time in a very long time. Definitely for the first time in this tournament. The TI champs have lost a game. And Mineski looked dominant in doing so. It was mostly a draft win, though, according to our new analysts. We have Kyle and Moo from Complexity. Welcome back, guys.
Mineski played well.
Mineski did play well, sure.
You can't take that away from them.
No.
80-20 is not quite enough of an advantage to guarantee you beat Liquid. I'd say like 99-1, you're probably not feeling safe.
I don't know if it's 80-20. A little lower.
Yeah. It's all about the vision. I think that's one of the most under-discussed concepts in Dota, because that game is so much harder for Liquid to play, and Mineski, like, they understood, and that's why they're buying 4 BKBs, because they understand that essentially we'll always have the ability to find fights. We just need to ensure we cast our spells. Then this Bane's going to get a full grip off, and we're not going to feel pressured, whereas Liquid has like this very small window where there's no nighttime. Hopefully there isn't a Veno ward. Hopefully they're not invis already, and oh shit, a clock rocket just hit us. Like, it's just hard to play.
Because everyone watches the game from God vision.
Yeah.
So when you're actually playing, and you're playing against Veno wards and Darkness and Mirana ults, it's
scary.
Yeah.
That's why in the game, Earthshaker's level like 14, and everyone's level 25 in the other team, because you can't go on the map.
Yeah, and they used the same concept to beat us in game 1, where they had a Night Stalker, but they had a Pugna instead of the Veno.
Yeah.
And it's just, you don't even see this hero, and it's sieging your lanes, and it's pushing towers, and it's eating up your map, and you're just afraid, because if you can test it, maybe there's more heroes there. Again, there's like that clock. Jabs played very well, and they're just controlling the map. They control a lot of runes. I think they got every rune from like 12 minutes to like 24, some crazy thing like that. And then Ember without runes, just, it's not the same hero.
No, we have already got one of those vision heroes removed.
They banned Night Stalker.
Night Stalker gone.
Mineski bans Chin.
Yep.
Liquid
Veno?
takes the Earthshaker.
Veno.
Okay,
Hey.
all
Come
right.
on, dog. What are you talking about?
Earthshaker next.
Changing
Yeah,
pattern.
well, and this is like the situation Mineski were in. Just to note, I believe Liquid, both teams I believe are taking first pick. Liquid is playing Dire, Mineski was in the last game.
Ooh, do they take the Earthshaker?
Ooh.
Do they do it?
I think you probably save it, because I don't see, like, when you pick Rubik Clock, Mineski's saying, hey, pick Shaker, I dare you.
Yeah, how big are
And-
GH's balls, pretty
Yeah,
much?
pretty much. And they're massive. The dude just won TI. He could have probably paid to have them enlarged if they
I
weren't
think
quite
you
big
take
enough.
it. I think you take it.
I don't know, man. I think the game down, they're not messing
You
around
have
anymore.
Veno, you take it.
I don't know, dude.
It's
I
great.
wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
Clock's.
I think it's Puck.
Earth Spirit
okay.
instead.
Earth Spirit.
All right.
This hero has not lost a single game yet.
Really?
I forgot about that hero.
Then we
the
should
other
have picked
Earth
that
hero.
one.
Yeah, because statistically speaking, you should have won.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
I like it.
This is a really good Earth Spirit game, because you have the Veno, so it's already better for roamers, and Rubik, Clockwork don't deal with you that well, because you can push the clock out of the cogs, roll out of the cogs. The Rubik doesn't want any of your spells because they don't really work,
Yeah.
and you just roam better.
It's the same thing we did in the game we played then actually beat Mineski, where they early picked the clock, and we chose a bunch of heroes that don't care about cogs. And that makes clock a lot less effective. That last game, you could tell, like, when clock can kill every lane and has that vision advantage, the hero looks really good. But the moment you pick these heroes like Sand King,
You already
Earth
have-
Spirit, Wyvern, anything that can just avoid death, you're no longer afraid of this hero.
The Clockwork doesn't do anything if you can't lock someone in cogs, and Venomancer, very easy 4-staff Hurricane Pike builder.
Yep.
And if you didn't know, Hurricane Pike ignores cogs when you 4-staff out of it.
Yep. If you use it on the enemy hero, you both just sort of reposition immediately, and you take no cog damage. And to quickly comment on the last game's Veno build, I really liked what Mushi did. And I gotta say that every time I like his items, because he's like 50-50 for me. It's like Envy has the whole meme of being 50-50. For me, it's Mushi and whether or not his items are good, because they're either fantastic or very, very questionable. And when his items are on point, usually it matches the team's mentality, because they're all on the same page, and then it's like that, and they own. I don't think we've seen 4 BKBs this tournament, let alone Midas into BKB on 2 heroes.
Mineski banned the Brood and the Alchemist. I think that's very smart, because Rubik and Clock don't deal with that at all.
Yep.
And the Mirana ban was just very, very annoying, and they've shown they can play on Ice Ice Ice, they can play on Mushi, they can play on Nana. It's just a comfort hero.
Yep. I like the opener so far from Liquid. And I feel like Mineski should have... I don't like the Rubik and the clock. I feel like just the Rubik +1 would have been a lot better.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's core Rubik.
Ooh, that would be really nice.
That's what I'd be asking for.
I don't know if anyone. Moo's one of those guys. Like he doesn't want to play any of these like boring heroes. He wants to be all fancy and get the praise for these new and unique heroes.
Rubik's a good hero.
Yeah.
What position would you see Mass? Is he gonna mid? Is he gonna be off lane?
I think it can go against the Veno wherever it goes.
Yep.
Who would
He's
play it?
If we're in this draft right now.
Ice would play it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's saying, Kyle, let me go play against Veno. And if it weren't a Veno, he'd be saying like, hey, give me Wyvern. You know, give me something fun.
I wouldn't ask for Wyvern against Veno.
No, but I'm saying if there wasn't a Veno. No? Okay.
I mean,
He's showing me looks.
it's not, every game's not an offlane Wyvern game. It's only some games.
Only some games.
Pugna's the last ban. So this is like the hardest pick in Dota 2, in my opinion,
Why?
because this
Second pick. Third pick. Like you're the second pick.
Yeah.
So you have the third overall pick, which means both your third and fourth pick are going to get counterpicked by Team Liquid. So this is like a very hard thing to do. They need to pick a core, probably, and they need to pick something that doesn't just get owned by by the next 3 heroes.
So, but this disadvantage basically is worth having last pick then, surely.
It's hard. It depends on what you do, because let's say they take a support here, you reveal Clock or Rubik as core. Let's say you take like one of the foundations of your draft as like your mid, let's say your mid or your safe lane. Now the enemy team has 3 heroes to respond.
They're probably going to use all their reserve time on this click because
Yeah.
this determines the rest of their draft. This determines where Team Liquid is going to go and like anything. It's very easy to draft as first pick for like the first 4 heroes because you're just sitting there and you have Veno Earth and you don't even know what you're going to pick next. So Puck is great because
it's a flex pick.
it's a flex pick.
Yeah.
It's just a survival hero. You don't die to Veno. I mean, you can, but you also don't die to Earth Spirit and go to every lane. It's it's a filler. It's not great.
The ultimate
but
filler pick.
It's not going to
Yeah.
die, and it's not going to ruin your draft if it gets countered.
Yep.
And it's always going to do something.
Yep. That's I think the key is like this third pick always has to do it has to do something. I don't know how to like be more specific, but there are certain heroes like
If it gets countered, it still needs to be able to play the game.
yeah, like let's say you pick a Timbersaw third and they pick a couple hard counters, you can no longer play Dota. But
Yeah.
Puck will always get his spells off. He'll always be able to blink in, initiate, clear waves.
They
Like
seem pretty
can lane
confident.
anywhere.
They're just laughing. They're like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Puck.
Dude,
Ha
like, these 2 teams just seem like they're having fun. I mean, that seems to be the secret to Dota. I'm upstairs, like talking with Matumba Man, we're chilling. He's like eating a banana, just giggling about how he'll play whatever, and it's fun. And then like Mind Control's not paying attention to the team discussion because he's bullshitting with us, and he's like, "Oh shit, sorry guys, gotta go." And you gotta have fun with it. I think
The
Dota's
key
like
to Dota.
Dota's a mental game, and when you are happy and you have trust in what you and your teammates are looking to do, it feels nice. You have some fun. Oh,
Ooh,
God,
is this the first Lion pick of the tournament?
Yeah, I
is.
think so. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I like it.
I
Why?
like.
Why you like
It's
it?
a Hex versus Puck. You need a way of killing Puck.
Wait. You just said you liked the Lion pick?
I like it versus Puck.
I'm not allowed to pick that hero. I was vetoed. It's not a thing.
I mean,
I thought
Most
you were
played
a
hero
shot
in Home.
caller. Surely everything you say goes.
It's really hard. I've been living with Moo and Zach.
dude, we never
for
get
like
Veno. When
2
you have Veno, you
years.
can pick whatever you want.
That's true. That's a good point.
Just ban it every game.
It's really hard to lose lanes with Venomancer, especially when you see like Rubik Clock.
Yeah, you're allowed to pick this slutty Lion hero, and you have Veno.
It's rough in this game. Clock kills you. Rubik has a lot of good steals, but oh god, that's a terrifying hero.
Gross.
It's a bit. See that I like the Brood ban. In retrospect, I'm sure they have some
Instant pick
instant
Furion. There we go.
It's a really strong hero here. This was an old, I can't remember who used to play it all the time, but the Lion Furion has always been a sick combo because the Lion will set up for a Furion TP like no matter what, and you have
Yeah,
the
this
finger,
was
and
planned.
you have the Furion ult. Like this was 100% planned. They might have even baited this Viper, but
So
Furion
this
has
is a Liquid special. Sorry to
Yeah.
cut you off, but they're gonna have side lane Veno Furion. So both those heroes very strong, very solo heroes. They can just do their own game. Earth Spirit Lion probably going to be playing around Miracle in the mid lane, and they're just gankers. Like all these heroes can play individually now because of the Furion, and because Veno is going to be shoving lanes. So
But the ganking team is very difficult. It's very difficult for the ganking team to kill either Viper or Puck. Surely they're living.
I mean, killing Puck is now easy because Earth Spirit and Lion are actually the supports that are very easy to kill Puck. You got instant stuns,
Yeah.
silences, hexes, blink dagger heroes. I'd say Earth Spirit and Lion, besides Earthshaker, are the best heroes for killing Puck.
Okay.
And having Furion puts in the extra damage and global presence to actually finish the job.
Yep. And this also is another thing that this patch seems to be all about that Liquid likes to abuse, which is just map mobility. You have a lot of heroes here that can play very fast.
Yeah.
There was some they also can play in the side lane trees, off map trees.
Yeah, because Finno and Furion should be pushing all the waves, so Earth Spirit and Lion can stay off the map the entire game.
They can scout. They're going to be scouting with treants. They're going to be scouting with wards. All Mineski really has are throwing rockets and puck orbs. In the meantime, Liquid will have a lot more information to make plays. And as Mu was saying, these two supports, they don't just kill puck, they'll kill everything. The Viper is going to be a problem, but that's where the Furion comes in, and I'm sure that's where Liquid's last pick will also address this hero. They haven't picked their mid yet. I would expect it to be something that can deal with him.
Which hero can deal with the Viper?
Let's see. The Mineski banned Jug.
We haven't talked about Mineski's draft, though.
That's true. I mean, the Viper makes sense, and that's the second pick. Ooh, really fast selection.
It's a Terrorblade. Hasn't been picked this tournament yet either.
I like it.
Yep, same concept. Fits with their draft idea very well. It's just more stuff.
Liquid's trying to... Who's mid?
Yeah.
Terrorblade's mid.
All right.
Yeah, it's Miracle. Of course he is. Arc Warden.
Oh,
I like this as well.
This
So Liquid's trying to really abuse the Mineski's wave push. They don't have anyone to push waves except for the Puck and now the Arc Warden, which I think was an okay pick.
Ooh, I don't know if I think Liquid's going to run them over this game. I liked where Mineski went with this, but this is one of the downsides of picking Viper a little too early, is now there's a Furion and a Terrorblade, and Viper does not kill illusions ever. True. He has a very hard time dealing with early pressure, creeps, and high physical damage output, which Liquid has in spades. They also have tons of lockdown. This is going to be a very, very hard game for them to win.
Mineski just needs to make sure the Puck can actually have a game. They need to make sure their supports can get online. The Rubik gets level 6 to deal with the Venomancer. The Clockwork can also hit 6, use his hook.
Yeah.
They just need to get some levels, they need to get some farm, they need to get their items, they're going to be fine against Liquid. Otherwise, Liquid's all their stuff. They have wards, they have trees, they have 2 ganking heroes, they have illusions now.
Yes.
It's just trash everywhere. That's the problem, and if they can deal with that, they should be fine.
Yep.
All right. Well, it's a tough job for Mineski, if I hear it correctly. Let's find out what's going to happen in Game 2 with Capitalist and Blitz.
Seems like our panel of pro players is absolutely in love with Liquid's draft. But the last pick from Mineski, an interesting one, the Arc Warden, seemed like our panel wasn't really convinced that it was going to be able to address the clear issues that comes with facing up against such a Liquid lineup. But, Blitz, are you optimistic?
I think so.
Yeah?
I mean, the main reason is, I was talking to you about it earlier, because when you win a TI, or you're such a good team, everyone's going to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Yep.
It's not, even when Liquid were 20K behind, you're still feeling like maybe there's a chance.
It's literally, I know you weren't listening.
Yes.
But that was literally what Swindle said. They were watching the same thing, and they were like, it's crazy that at 20K, we're still thinking Liquid might do this.
Yeah, that's the respect afforded to you when you're a team this good. And there is something cool about this, though. I think Liquid, for a while, has this invincibility aura around them. Yep. Remember, they haven't lost a game in a really long time. It goes back to that series against LFY, was the last time that they've lost. So it's been a few months. They won TI, and they've come back in impressive fashion time and time again. Remember that Game 3 against Newbie, and most recently against Mineski. They just watched Secret blow that huge lead against them in game number 2. And yet Mineski, they finally kind of break that aura by winning that game and saying, guys, we can actually do this. These guys are not invincible. They do not play perfectly. We can actually outplay them. But as I say
Smoke up from Liquid. They're going to make the initiation onto Ice with the Arc Warden.
Oh,
he denies the Bounty Rune. He's like, damn it, if I'm going down, so is the Bounty Rune. They're actually going to go for jabs as well, trying to body block him with the Treants, but they'll turn around and pick up this first blood. Goes to Matumba Man.
Oh, Kuro waiting in the wings. He has the stun.
They're actually going to get him. He breaks through the trees. He's going to be able to hit the stun. The extra kill jabs. Why did you get so greedy? Nobody cares about the Treants.
Jabs, I just talked about how well you played and how you broke that aura. And instead, you give 2 kills the other way to Liquid. Very good start to Liquid.
See, all I could think about, Blitz, while you were doing that whole entire spiel was that this was the 300. And if you recall, that doesn't end well for the Spartans, even though they do draw blood on the god.
True. But another...
top lane. That's a kill on Miracle.
Very good one. And it's actually a Ninja Boogie Clockwork, which is surprising because of how well Jabs played the Clock last game. So his Rubik must be even better.
Wrap around behind mid. Liquid, we knew they were going to put a lot of pressure on mid to shut down this Viper early. If he doesn't get any ground running, he could be an easy kill so many times, and that is going to be exactly what happens. Kuro barely picks up the last kit.
Yeah, and it's actually a bit of a lane swap for Liquid. They've got Matama Man playing the off lane, Mind Control playing the mid, Miracle playing the safe lane, showing what a versatile team they are. And we talked about how the laning phase is where Liquid often suffers, and if a team is going to draw blood on them, it's there. But this time around, Liquid trying to shore up some of those weaknesses, getting as aggressive as they can early game.
So you much prefer, they thought it was going to be Terrorblade mid matched up against the Viper, but do you think this Nature's Prophet is a lot better?
I think it's okay, mainly because he does a lot of damage. Treants are really annoying for Viper because he can't clear them very early. And that's exactly what Mind Control is going to do, but Viper doesn't exactly lose a lot of matchups, even with help.
Yeah, Mind Control's got to be careful here. Now, fortunately, he could just play the TP game, so he's not going to be punished as heavily by the Viper harassment.
He's still only level 2, though, and Viper picking up an Arcane Rune that is largely useless to a Viper.
Kuro in big time trouble here. Moon's going to do a lot of damage to him, jumps forward, does manage to get him inside the trees.
And this dual lane doing exactly what Mineski needs it to do, as Nana, or Moon, as he's referred to in-game, having a very good start, similar to his Potom game. And he had a very good Mirana game last game. He did so much work on that. And it's actually
trying to catch mid lane. He's going to TP over there. Mushi was a little bit far forward as Mind Control came back, and they got him. Viper goes down again, 2-4.
Yeah, the downside of this Viper, of course, is he's not a hero that thrives unless he absolutely dominates the laning phase, because he has no farming mechanic.
Yeah.
He just right-clicks creeps one at a time. You don't often go for a Maelstrom first or anything like that on him, so it doesn't even improve it that much. The majority of his dominance comes from being able to snowball in this laning phase, and Liquid have recognized that, not so much focusing on top, instead trying to help out Mind Control as much as possible as they can mid.
Now, with the Viper, see, that's the thing. I keep looking at this Viper. He's actually not doing that bad in CS still. But at the same time, the side lanes are not going bad for Liquid either, despite their all the attention being put on the mid lane by these two supports. Bottom and top are still going okay. Miracle's doing well in CS, top of the board, in fact, on the Terrorblade. And bottom, our Venomance is actually sitting second now with the supports coming in. They're going to be able to gank the Arc Warden here, hit by the slow of Matama Man. Doesn't look like Jab's going to be able to stop this one. They're just going to keep on going for these right clicks. Matama Man's actually giving up on the kill, but maybe Jabs didn't have the damage. They do manage to get the deny, though, from Ninja Boogie. Well played.
Very well done.
He's going to try and run down Kuro. He's got the movement speed advantage.
He's going to try Ninja Boogie. He's trying to find the angle, but going to give up on it as Kuro goes high ground. Going to pick up the bounty runes instead, and Mind Control going to grab a DD rune.
Ooh, is this... Do you try and gank with this? Do you take advantage of this rune, or is that just too much time away from the lane?
I'm not sure if he gets a kill on top, so that already kind of checks out. Maybe bottom, he's looking right now. He's found the opportunity. He's trying to get set up for this kill at bottom.
The TP be fine, but it is already 3 heroes from Mineski. Unable to catch Matama Man. He got the double slow. They're already going for GH, trying to lock him down. Mind Control came forward with the treants and does start running at heroes. Jab's going to be the one. Tried to TP out, but Mind Control's damage with the DD is too much. Mind Control gets the phase boots, TP's right back to mid. He was gone, what, maybe 20 seconds? Stopped that attempted gank in bottom lane and actually got them a turnaround kill. Top lane, though, Miracle's having a bit of an issue now that the puck is level 5. He's got the big-time nukes, plus the Orb of Venom for just that extra bit of harassment.
Yeah, so Miracle's out of regen, too. Only level 4 right now, struggling quite hard as this puck doing a lot of damage, and Ninja Boogie, his rotations have also been quite annoying to Liquid, forcing Kuro around the map in ways that he doesn't quite want to move. And now this Terrorblade relegated to the jungle as Mind Control, having to play back from mid, and things still looking a bit scary for Liquid.
Kuro, he needs a little bit of help from Miracle if he wants to get out of this one.
Take
Hex
this together.
and tries to run around. Miracle running in, GH as the extra bit of touch to make sure they get the kill on Ninja Boogie. Excellently baited out. If I was that, if I was that Terrorblade, I immediately would run over. Oh, what can I do to help, buddy? But they kind of just baited out. Wait until Clockwork is fully committed for that Lion kill, and then boom, both GH and Miracle showing up.
Yeah, during this time though, mid lane, Viper still doing very well for himself. Has leapfrogged over that Nature's Prophet. It looks like they want to try gank on him, but that deep ward placed in mid, right on top of that cliff, should spot this movement coming in. Ninja Boogie in response, seeing what he can do.
Now, Blitz, I'm a little bit surprised with the Viper being ganked so much. I kind of would have expected a 1-1-3 build. I know it's not the most amount of magic damage in the world, but I just thought under pressure you would go for that more defensive pickup.
You crazy, dude?
No?
You still need
Not
at
about
least
that
2
life?
levels of that poison attack.
All right, cool.
1-1-3 cap. Serious, man?
Fine, 2-1-2.
2-1-2. All right, bit more acceptable.
All right.
But if you want to battle Treants, you need Nether Toxin.
Okay.
I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to belittle you on the cast.
William, are you apologizing now for belittling
Oh,
me in a
at
cast?
bottom.
Telekinesis, pullback, Matubba Man, dropping the
got
Dream
the coil.
Coil. He's got the level 6, and he does have a big magic wand. They're still going to go for this kill. Does manage to get the Gale out, though, so maybe Liquid can get some vengeance on Ice. Ooh, instead, the stun onto Jabs. Looks like the easier kill of the two, and
not
still
sure
having
about
troubles
that.
getting it. The Treants have to get ahead of Jabs here. Do manage to block him in, and that will be the kill. But still, a win for Mineski, because they got a core.
Yes, they're going to be very happy about that. But meanwhile, while that's happening, Terrorblade, Aquila, going to pop his Metamorphosis. Going to go to work on this tower. Ninja Boogie already up there to pull the creep wave, though. Can't really give Liquid room to breathe, but at the same time, you've got to get both these cores as stunted as possible. Liquid going to make the big rotation down here. They've got a ward behind this tower. They should have seen Jab's TP down here. They want to try to make the sandwich maneuver in. That's why Matubba Man attacking this range creep, trying to push in the wave as fast as possible.
And the Treants are going to lead the charge into the tower. Now the tower isn't even a safe haven. It provides no damage for them whatsoever. Tanked up by creeps. Jab's going to be the first one down. Now Ice does have his ultimate. They have the TP in for the Viper as well, but they're targeting the real Arc Warden. They'll bring him down shortly. Mushi up
This is a
against
4-on-1.
3. Even now has to run himself away, but starts turning around. Oh, at top lane, they managed to pick up the kill in the Terrorblade. So at least they get that, but Mushi's surrounded by Treants, turning and fighting. Gets one
Mushi?
more hit on Mind Control. Gets the double kill. So they do manage to turn that decently in their favor. 3 members of Liquid go down, 2 on bottom and 1 on top, with Moon managing to execute Miracle for that top lane push.
Yeah, 3 for 3, but Puck did get a solo kill. He is getting very fat, and Ninja Boogie, he TP'd in for this.
And he's still kind of stuck out. He's going to be hit by the Gale. And the phase boots advantage from Matubba Man should make this real easy for them as well.
He
So
wanted to try to defend that tower, but likely to go down anyways. Mineski, they've got to rotate out of this. They wanted to try to save that.
oh, Jabs, he's stuck.
Oh,
What a surround there from Mind Control. Jabs might have been nice thinking there, throwing up the telekinesis toss back, but not going to be enough to save him.
yeah. And even though the lane's relatively okay for Mineski, it's 6-13 right now. They're giving up a few more kills than they should.
Yeah, 3,000 gold lead. Mineski. What's got to change from them? I mean, they've got to start securing this Arc Ward's farm, right?
Yeah.
This is not a hero that can afford to just get destroyed in lane like this.
This is not some Ice Night Stalker where he doesn't really need a lot of farm. He can just go around the map killing things. You are correct in the sense that it was his lane that needed to go the best, but at the same time, this Puck can still do quite a bit. He's got a Soul Ring, almost has a Blink Dagger on himself completed. 500 gold away from that, and Mushi has still had an alright game, despite all the shenanigans. He did get a double kill at bottom as Ice. Gonna get rolled on, but here comes the return.
TP in, Mind Control. Ooh, what a telekinesis top. That actually stuns up 2, but it doesn't last for long. Now Liquid can start making the retreat. It looks like Kuro's going to die inside the trees here. Mineski will follow him in. But the rest of Liquid could be good. Matubba's actually turned around. He seems Moon's pretty low, and he's feeling good about just his right clicks right now. But now Mushi is here, so they've got to TP out. But Jab sees him with the coil. They're going to be able to stop that one. A kick comes in from GH, but it's not going to be enough. Matubba Man, he played that super aggressive and will die for it. Yeah, he knows he's dead, and his teammates don't actually deny him. Help a friend out.
He stopped moving, and he was like, guys, anybody?
Homies?
And Mind Control
Whoa,
in the base
Mind
right
Control. What a kill, too. That was a killing spree for Moon. 425 gold. He just completed his drums and then some off of that kill.
At the last second I saw him, I was like, wait, that can't be right.
Yep.
As up at top, Miracle using all of this space, not taking it for granted, hitting this tower. He has a TP out if necessary. Mushi understands that he might just have that Sunder, and he also has a TP. Not going to really chase for that. And Terrorblade gets a little bit more space.
And all I see is, Mind Control actually popping the drums here to go for this kill on Ice Ice Ice, but here comes the interception. They managed to get the hook in from Ninja Boogie, controlling up Crow, still managed to get the Finger of Death out. That kills the Rubik, and the kick comes in. What a beautiful setup. Ice 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 is fighting out with Mind Control. He knows he's dead. Maybe his Doppel can actually get a kill for him, but Mind Control is just going to hide with his allies against that Spirit. Won't be caught by that damage. And it's still another win there for Team Liquid, forcing more and more action with this Furion.
And what they're trying to do right now is create as much space as they can for Miracle, who sort of remains that hidden threat that you don't really want to think about, but he's there at all times, just farming away. He's going to be the true one position when this game transitions, and they're just using this Nature's Prophet and this Venomancer to divert as much attention as they can from that top lane. You notice Terrorblade popping out as soon as they show mid, trying to make use of the space.
Arc Warden? No, they're not. They're canceling that one. They realize Liquid is far too set up to be able to play this one out. As Moo said, Liquid just got lots of stuff. And you can see that trash all over that mid-tier 1 tower.
What he said?
Wards, treants, all over the place.
They've got a lot of stuff.
They've got a lot of stuff.
That's a really good, simple way to put that. They do just have a lot of stuff, because that was a 4v5 fight, and they were still able to win that without their Terrorblade, and this Terrorblade cap is going to be so annoying for Mineski to deal with.
The wards are basically acting like another hero when it comes to damage, and they're already set up, and the treants are taking the tower, so it's not much of a help to you. Teething into that would just be pretty much suicide.
It's like 4 treants and like 3 wards. That's pretty much a kind of weak hero.
Yep.
They like claymation form, Voltron style.
Mineski, they got to find a way to be able to get Ice 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 that hand of Midas, man. He's sitting at 2,500 net worth. All right, we're going to go aggressive now. Be aggressive.
You need to do something right now, because you know that Miracle's just farming in the wings.
And this
Liquid
might
are getting
be
a lot on the map.
The haste just ran out for GH, so they can pick up Kuro here as he wanders up the trees, trying to get aggressive vision, going to be caught in the process. But they want that extra kill. You could see Ninja Boogie trying to position himself to catch the Earth Spirit as well, knowing that the Lion has already been caught in their smoke gank. But it wasn't really the objective Mineski wanted, right? They wanted a core kill.
They wanted a core. Just getting a 5-position Lion, that's the best case scenario right now for Liquid. 4K gold leader ready for them.
Oh, now it's going to be the high ground stumble in by Mineski as Moon goes in and manages to get caught by GH. Jumps over to his orb. He's going to be good. Jabs with a TP out, and they no longer have a stun. So Mineski will get out of it unscathed.
Yeah, but meanwhile, up at top, Miracle gonna get gone on here by Mushi. He's got the angle. Here comes Clockwork.
Ninja Boogie. Where's he going to go for this Cogs? You see Miracle trying to turn around. Gets off a Thunder onto Ninja Boogie. He's going to be dropped pretty low by this last shot. It should be enough to get the kill, and Miracle's just going to straight up TP out. This is what they wanted to avoid. Oh no, Mushi's going to be stalled up. Didn't get the treants in front though, so Mushi might just be able to escape. Oh, what a turnaround with the coil! A 3-man silence. Now Mushi turns with the help, but they just managed to get the Hex up, and they're gonna both lose their lives here. They just didn't have enough.
Kuro
There are
with
too
the
many
last
reinforcements here for Kuro. Gets out the finger, turns it around. Jazz picks up that kill. A big one on Miracle. 2-man in the shrine, but Ice 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 can't get to the shrine to heal up. He's only got his Doppel up, and it's not gonna be able to get a kill either. Jabs being chased around underneath vision by Mind Control. Turns around, Fateful lowering the damage, trying to get the kill. Jabs doesn't get it. He dies first. Now Ninja Boogie, he tried to lend a helping hand to his fellow support, is going to die underneath this tier 2 if Liquid can go for it. Where they're not feeling comfortable, try and put some brakes on this aggression. Liquid will back out.
And Kuro thought he was going to die. Throws out that last-ditch Finger of Death, saying, screw you guys. Let's find out what happens. Instead gets it stolen, and Miracle pays for it with his life. Very big kill on this Terrorblade, who's largely been untouched since the laning phase.
That gold, it's actually worked out for Mineski, despite being a 5-for-3 exchange.
Sort of worked out, yes. Mainly because they are still far behind. Yeah. Make no mistake about it. But getting that kill on a Miracle, very well done by Jabs. And he's going to need a few more of those plays. Doesn't nearly have the amount of farm that he had in the last game, and it's really Ice Ice Ice's Arc Warden that's the key figure here. Liquid, they didn't really care if they were dying anywhere, if they were making space bottom, if they were trading kills, because at least they were creating space for their Terrorblade. But Mineski can't really say the same thing for their Arc Warden.
I mean, it's just Liquid's too fast, right? With all this mobility, with the Furion constantly starting these fights in these lanes, it was always Mineski reacting to what Liquid was doing, and as a result, oftentimes Ice 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 was the first victim of the engagement.
And they just had too much team fight as Liquid stepping into the Roche Pit. They've got a DD rune on this Venomancer, as well as a Medallion of Courage on this Nature's Prophet with the Treants. They want to try to do this. Mineski gonna start throwing some some of their own stuff in there.
Just run back in there, Moon. It'll be okay, though.
They
But Roshan
really want to get
dying.
this Roshan and Mineski.
This train, they need to get this train off of him so he has an opportunity to blink in and cause some action. Ninja Boogie also has his hook shot, so
Oh,
this is
he
the
gets
best
silenced.
opportunity for Mineski to upset the balance here, but the train's already blocking the hook shot. The orb is going to go in a little bit too early to be able to
Miracle's in.
snatch
He's
in, but
getting
he's going to
low.
blink in, and now they managed to make the jump. Oh
snatched
no,
it.
Miracle grabbed it just before. So they managed to get the Roshan kill, but Miracle's still going to be able to come back. Ninja Boogie's going to TP right away, but he's not going to be able to make it out. The poison is too much. Jabs will be able to, though. And looks like that's going to be the only victim there. Mineski, they get out pretty well unscathed. They got the Roshan kill. They killed the Aegis.
Look at mind control, though.
Oh, no.
He's still looking for it. He's getting pinged out right now, and Kuro don't want to walk up there as Moon gonna fire something off. Mind control knows what's up, and his opportunity is passed as he's gonna yield this kill. But still, not a bad fight at all for Mineski, especially because they were able to pop the Aegis immediately, which means that the Roshan kill was the more valuable of the two to grab.
Yeah. And they kill the Venomancer
Yes,
in exchange for a Clockwork.
really well, but done by them. And at bottom,
Moon still
He's
going to be
already used
caught
it.
here.
with no orb up, very easy kill for Liquid. Bit of a mistake there.
I mean, that's rough, right? He wants to be able to push out lanes, but he also leaves himself completely open to these global ganks.
Yeah. And Arc Warden, meanwhile, didn't really benefit from that too much. He's still going to be the hero that we watch. Because I think for Mineski, he's going to be the reason why they win or lose.
And right now, it's looking like a loss. With checking out this Arc Warden's net worth, only sitting on a Hand of Midas at 17 minutes in. Don't get me wrong, this hero starts farming fast once he has the Hand of Midas, but I feel like Mineski, this 4-man has to create like 20-plus minutes of space for Ice 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 just to become a credible threat. Not necessarily even taking over the game, but just being a factor at all.
Yeah, and their pickoff isn't that great into Liquids, just because Liquid has all those summons that you have to deal with. It's very hard for them to fight into Illusions and Treants and Venom Wards.
A tier 1 or a tier 2, it seems. As Puck's going to try and clear through some of those treants, but can't do much about the wards. So it'll still be Team Liquid holding this area.
And this bottom tier 2, as you talked about, going to go down without a whimper from Mineski as Moon.
What about this
Just gonna
Shadow
orb
Blade
out.
for Mushi? Because normally we would see just kind of stat items and such.
I think it's interesting. They do need some more catch as Jab's going to go down mid to Mind Control, who's very strong. Kuro trying to throw out the stun. Catch him on the way out of the phase shift.
Not quite.
Yeah, and we're starting to see the line pick and understand it a little bit more. Very good against the Puck. That instant Hex, one of the best ways to deal with Puck. As well, just the sheer amount of stuns. Liquid clearly favoring teamfight, understanding that disable is how you win Dota.
I mean, pretty much there was only one wave pusher from
Yeah.
Mineski early on in this draft, and they completely neutered him with both the Earth Spirit and this Lion pickup, both very strong supports against the Puck. So essentially, that just leaves Arc Warden, but they neutered the hell out of him in the
He's been
laning
slowed
phase.
down way too hard.
Oh, Mineski. Oh, what a two-man stun there. Follow up by the kick. Nails
This where you
jabs.
wanted to
Two-man
walk
slow
up.
as well. Matama Man managed to get the poison. Ninja Boogie's like, oh god, this is a terrible fight. I'm out, boys. Moon, maybe going to be caught here. Phase shift up, but the roll-in from GH is going to be perfectly placed. Managed to get the silence, but he hasn't earned onto Moon. Plus a couple of right clicks. Gets the phase shift dodge.
He's got
Blink
blink
Dagger
up.
coming up. And a Shrine is available. Didn't really think he needed it, but it'll be a nice heal up nonetheless.
Yeah, not bad for Mineski. Able to get out of there with their lives. I think they did smoke though, right?
Yes, they smoked right into Liquid like that.
Yeah, unfortunate, but that could have been much worse. Going into the two-man stun, the Venomancer ult, and his Gale. Still, the name of the game is quite simple now. Try to buy space for Ice Ice Ice, who oftentimes we see him in the off-lane creating that space, but this time around, the Micromaster himself trying to dig a hole out of this game.
But on the other hand, we say space, it's what we need for Mineski to be able to win this game. The objective has already been made for Miracle. He's had plenty of space, and he's very rapidly approaching raid boss status, the kind of hero that is going to go high ground and is the ultimate boss that Mineski have to find a way to defeat.
Yes. And in terms of clear, they do have, let's see what they have. They've got Rubik with his Fade Bolt. They have Clockwork, is kind of annoying, and Puck But outside of that, their burst damage kind of lacks for these TB illusions.
Yeah.
And this Terrorblade himself. And once that happens, the amount of control that they have is pretty limited.
I mean, I'm not even sure, like, when it comes to Wave Clear, I think Puck defensively can only really throw out the orb from high ground. I
Yes.
don't even think he can actually jump to the orb
No, he
in
can't.
silence, because the blink hex that's going to come in from Lion.
Yeah, and Earth Spirit for a while has been known as one of the better counters to Puck in competitive Dota, just for his ability to catch you with the kick. The silence is very nice against him too. It forces him to go for that Yule Scepter. As
Moon going to be caught here,
Moon.
doesn't have an orb, doesn't have a blink either after the phase shift, so well timed by Kuro.
Gonna 4-man Shrine. Everyone gonna heal up as Matama Man. You can look at his build. Pretty rare to see Venom still go for this, but Veil of Discord into this Aghanims. He realizes his true role in this game is just to team fight and open up space for his Terrorblade.
Yeah. Terrorblade and even the Furion are probably a little bit higher priority when it comes to damage and net worth.
Yeah, and we're seeing this is the kind of style that Liquid likes to play, where all three of their cores are very farmed and very mobile. We talk about sometimes how teams, too many mouths to feed, but Liquid doing a good job of keeping all three cores on top of this game, and it's reflected in the net worth as they lead the charts 1, 2, and 3. All Liquid members. They're going to grab this tier 2, 1 left to go.
Well, that's a great steal for Jabs when it comes to holding some of these towers. He managed to get his hands on the Venomancer wards.
It's the main reason why you pick Rubik against Veno, is that you almost always get the wards. And the wards are the best part about Venomancer.
Yeah. But even if you can just hold high ground, are we just going to see the same thing that Mineski did to Liquid in that first game where they just controlled the map? Kind of farmed, waited for that right pickoff to really open an opportunity. They didn't just try and bluntly 5-man into high ground.
Oh, up at top, Ninja
What a
Boogie.
catch. Oh, Ninja Boogie. He tried to get the hook shot away, but actually still managed to hit
Jabs.
the treants behind him.
He
But
lifted the tree in to try to get the stun off.
and it looks like it is going to be enough for them to be able to escape. Moon.
And Mushi, he's getting really low, and the Poison Sting might even finish him off as...
Yeah, he's trying to limp back to base. He's good, though.
Yeah, he's going to finally get out, but that got a little bit scary there.
BKB almost complete for him. So when he's got this Shadow Blade, he can finally initiate on someone and won't give a damn about the rebuttal because they have nothing to be able to deal with the BKB. This
Yeah.
sounds like a decent plan to win a fight.
It's not a bad one at all. He just gets in there, tries to get in their face, be this presence for his team. Downside is he needs somebody else to back him up in damage. Like, he needs a true threat behind him. That's often what you need with Viper. You need to be this core that soaks up damage and attention, gets in there, but he doesn't quite have it yet. The scaling game begins for Ice Ice Ice.
Deep into the trees, but they do have Sprout. Now they just need the disable, and there it is from GH. Catch them, followed up with the silence as well.
Yeah, and that's exactly why Earth Spirit is so good against that Puck.
It's hard to say. It's like Ice Ice Ice, he isn't that backup threat just yet. So you kind of need Moon to be. He just got his level 15, got the plus 50 damage, but he just doesn't have any survivability against Liquid's lineup.
Yeah, he desperately needs that Yules. That's what he was trying to farm there. But somebody's got to shove out the lanes. Create space for this Arc Warden. Somebody's got to die in situations like this, unfortunately.
Why can't it be just Rubik and the Clockwork? Clockwork rocketing one lane, Jabs going all in on Fade Bolt and right-clicking on the
Because
other.
I think that the Puck at least stands some chance at surviving, and it does force more Liquid heroes over.
Yeah.
If it's just the Rubik, Mind Control can just TP in and kill him.
Yeah, that actually won't be nothing but a minute. Ice 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 caught by Miracle here.
Oh no.
Has no escape.
And it's so costly for them to lose this hero.
Okay, Mushi, his first chance with a Shadow Blade going for a kill. Jabs comes down the cliff and is going to be able to make the initiation opening onto Matama Man. Looks like the magic damage is going to be enough. Matama Man does return fire onto Jabs, but looks like he should be able to TP back and has plenty of health to
Oh, and
survive.
Mind Control
Oh, what
finishes
is Mind
his
Control?
TP.
What? How did he TP into this one? He saw the TP's going out. He's going to be caught. He's dead now. Looks like Mushi's going to be target of GH's ultimate, but now with the Puck here, Miracle's coming in from behind.
Oh,
He
here
does have
comes
the physical
Terrorblade.
damage to be able to take out one, and it looks like it's going to be the Puck up next. Ninja Boogie is unable to help his allies survive, but it looks like he'll give a boost to his own survivability. Nice cogs push back while he TPs away on the shrine.
Still, a pretty costly death by that Nature's Prophet. He's got to be careful. He does have a lot of net worth to work with. 2 cores go down on the side of Liquid. Unfortunately for Mineski, it was while their Arc Warden was down, so he's not going to be able to make use of this increased space from his team. As Kuro trying to make his way around that Spark Ray. Does so successfully.
A Blink Dagger for Terrorblade. What are your thoughts on that one? Just getting inside the bubble?
Yeah, especially since he's got a Diffusal Blade. Like, he deals damage. We talked about how, if you look at Mineski's lineup, they don't have the best control for him. There's no Earthshaker. There's no Lion on the other side. You can just get in there. Doesn't have to worry about things too much. When you pop your Manta and your meta, one illusion, who's going to fight you is...
I'm sorry. Just poor Ninja Boogie being surrounded by treants like that.
Oh,
Feels
Moon.
so bad for
He
him,
found
but
Mind Control.
Moon's still going to be able to catch Mind Control now. Mind Control can still
He's
potentially
dusted up.
TP out. Kuro's coming in as well with the disables. Mamushi's here. So much backup from both sides. They're going to catch Mind Control, and he's not going to make it out. And Kuro, who's
Kuro
trying to
might
help
pay
out
for
his
this.
core, might just die. Telekinesis lands perfectly as GH rolls in. So now they're both stunned up. One turns to 3 perfectly for Mineski.
And Liquid, they've really got to be careful. With the gold lead that they have, it's so significant that even support kills are giving up 300, 400 gold a piece. Mind Control, back-to-back, just spent 1,000 gold the other way. The fight recap alone tells that story. 2,200 gold, largely based on support kills, too. And that's about a 3,000 net swing in the last few minutes. Miracle, though, the big bounty, still untouched in this game.
Our Arc Warden is beginning to climb in net worth. Now that we've got the 2 farming items in both the Mjolnir and the High End of Midas, he's rapidly clearing through neutral camps and occasionally pushing out a wave or 2. So he is getting up to that 10k area, beginning to catch up with his other 2 cores that have been just trying to own the game for him.
Yeah, the downside, though, for him is that he can't really shove the lanes out because of the presence that Liquid has had. I mean, if they're willing to show up just for a chance puck kill, they're going to try to kill the Arc Warden every time he shows his face.
4-man smoke up. They see Mushi. Double blink onto him. No opportunity to pop the Shadow Blade. They had the counter vision, even if he did get the BKB and Shadow Blade away.
Yes, and easy kill for Liquid as Mushi just trying to stay in whatever area that he can find safe. You want to farm around the areas that you have vision, which is, for Mineski, just these 2 spots.
Yeah, currently that mid area around the shrine.
Yeah, but if you notice, Liquid, seen that coming, they place their own wards around that vision, and Liquid gonna go into this Roshan.
GH by himself actually comes toward. Miracle was not too far behind. He actually blinks forward, managed to catch jabs for the extra bit of damage.
This was a meta pop,
away
though.
the rest.
I think Miracle wants to transition this into a push right after the Aegis. They're pinging around that area. Miracle saying, guys, I use my meta, but one objective at a time. Moon firing in that orb. Is he actually thinking about it? A little bit too far away to blink in. Not going to attempt it as Liquid take the second Roshan of the game. This time, Miracle is going to be able to hold on to it for a little bit longer.
So the upside being that Mineski, they may have lost jabs in that, but it was enough of a delay that Metamorphosis won't turn into a push.
The downside, though, is that he had an Arcane Rune. And
Oh,
so
no.
that it's almost going to be
Oh,
up again. That 140 cooldown, ooh, it's a lot shorter when it's 2/3.
Man, am I crazy? I thought Ice actually had his Mjolnir when the courier last flew out to him, but
No,
he
dude, you're
still
crazy.
doesn't.
Click his hero. He got
Whoa.
Boots of Travel instead.
Oh, I wish I could click his hero, William. I wish I could.
Crowd's going crazy about something. I don't know. They probably just mentioned Navi.
A brief recap of the tournament midway through this game.
Might as well.
I mean, this is
As-
pretty much the waiting room for Liquid's push.
Oh, they are happy
they
about
caught
this.
Matama Man.
Matu, he has a cheese, though. Can he
Really
get it
far
off?
forward. He's going to be able to get off the cheese, but Ninja Boogie, thinking far ahead, managed to get the counter initiators here from Liquid. He snatched up GH, didn't actually die to the finger of Kuro, but Kuro was able to get away.
Mind
Mind
Control in
Control
the back?
completed his blink again.
He's gonna
he does
die,
manage
though.
to get the Arc Warden kill, but boy, it's going to be costly. Now, Miracle, so many low heroes, does use his Blink Dagger to success, picking up an extra one. He actually popped his Metamorphosis for this one, though, and he doesn't have a whole lot of support. It's just going to be Kuro, but if they manage to kill Moon, there's no real damage dealers left, unless Jabs, who stole the Venomancer ultimate, apparently, does manage to get a big-time hit on Miracle. He managed to swap back that damage, and he does have an Aegis as well, but Mineski are just looking to be able to kite him away from that tier 3.
Oh, he diffuses
Prevent
him too.
objective damage. Jab's going to go down from that Diffusal Blade charge. Another nuke coming in. If it hit Kuro, he might have been able to make that commitment. They are going to be forced to a buyback here from the Arc Warden. With the backdoor protection still on that tier 3, there is no real damage done from that push by Miracle.
And Arc Warden, who's already so poor, he's going to be the man of the match who has any attempt at saving Mineski from their current fate and that current trajectory has to buy back. And his net worth just plummets.
He's already 25.
Third of
15
his
to all
course.
stats on the Terrorblade.
Oh, didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
And he's got a
25
butterfly.
at 31 minutes in with a butterfly.
Oh,
we are
he's-
nowhere close to an MKB or Bloodthorn on anybody on Mineski.
He's pretty much 6-slotted. Once he gets the Hurricane Pike, he's fully 6-slotted.
We're still looking for that Mjolnir.
It's 31
For
minutes
Ice,
in.
Ice. His first real item, and it's still not there, William.
This is what space looks like. This is when everybody on Liquid throws their bodies so that one man can farm completely uncontested. This is what that looks like.
GH snatched up here. Looks like he had an invis room, but ran underneath the sentry.
Mind
Looks like
control.
they got mind control as well. He does not have a way out of this one as long as they have the counter vision. They drop the sentry and chased away, and that is going to be it.
There are only so
Wow.
many times you can complete that TP.
638 gold. That's what he was worth.
He's given up like $2 grand in the last few minutes. He really has to stop doing those.
Blitz, you said throw bodies at him, but this is beginning to become a bit much, right?
That
you said
was
bodies,
a bit much.
not corpses.
Yes. The first time, okay, sure, that's cute. The fourth time, you're giving up a lot of gold. It might not matter because your Terrorblade has 21k gold, and so he's messing around a little bit harder than he should, but gold leads fade quick in Dota.
Just one failed true Terrorblade push, right? When
Yeah.
they go for that 5-on-5, if that ends up bad, and say the Arc Warden is the beneficiary of it.
He needs all of those kills. If he gets the Terrorblade last hit, the Veno last hit, and the Nature's Prophet last hit in a push, I'd say there's like a 40% chance that Mineski don't lose in the next 10 minutes.
What a math problem. All right, so what is the percentage he gets all three of those last hits?
Low. So low.
So low, multiplied by 40%.
I was too
in
busy
under
throw-
10 minutes.
I was too busy throwing out that to really put some weight behind it, man. Come on.
Do we have any math experts? Maybe Nahaz can get in on this and see if he can hold William's math up to
It's good, dude.
standards.
I did the math.
Okay.
It is going to be the BKB, by the way. Simultaneously finished with the Diffusal #2. Miracle's like, I can buy one of everything.
Yeah,
it doesn't
sure,
really
why
matter.
not?
Why not?
Can our Viper be the one that deals with the Terrorblade? Because he is trying to build the MKB, it looks like, as he has that Demon Edge in his inventory already. He's still a single target hero, though. Even if he does get the
downside.
MKB.
No MKB, or even with the MKB, he doesn't have something like that Maelstrom to deal with the illusions. And it's the illusions that cause so much issues right now for Mineski. If you can't clear all of them, then you can't find the real one, and if you can't find the real one, then Terrorblade has a free game. Although his Aegis did just fade. Mineski sitting inside their base, though. Liquid might just go for a smoke, maybe push out bottom lane together. They are playing more carefully now. They're starting to respect Mineski a little bit more.
Yeah. And as well they should. I mean, I'm looking at Moon. He's got a dag in. Like, they do have a decent amount of burst damage if they get the right kind of initiation.
If Liquid overextends like they did, it gets pretty rough for them. There are no shrines open or anything like that, and all the major objectives have been taken. So this gold lead can't really escalate further than it already has.
Dude, Terrorblade's so big that those illusions were worth like 58 gold.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
They're like a creep plus miracle.
Premium creep status right there.
He's got a DD rune. They really want to complete something off of this. Matama Man showing himself mid.
And it's such an awkward position from Mineski, too. They're 4-man pushed out, but they're also smoked.
If they don't get back to their base fast, though, Miracle's just going to hit the base.
Yeah.
As soon as they
Time
find
to
out that
retreat, but they're going to run into the Lion. Actually, no. They actually get the jump onto the Lion first and
Crow's
dodge
down.
GH's attempt
They should
to be
fight
able to
this.
stop the puck. Now, they're
Miracle's
still
getting
going
low.
forward.
They should fight this.
Yeah, Miracle's going for it.
This is Mineski's best chance. Miracle's getting low already. He
Mineski
pops the
needs to be able to
BKB.
sandwich BKB and manage to get throw out and heal. Miracle jumps forward, finish off Ice as well as jabs. But the three behind, they're actually trying to escape here. Ninja Boogie's going to go for the TP back. Moon, again, looking to be able to kite Miracle as much as possible. This time around, they do not have the buyback of the Arc Warden available, nor is jabs. And this is just going to be a lane of Rax, it looks like. They are completely zoned out from stopping this push.
Even 4v5 with the BKB down, this Terrorblade is so scary for them.
Is that
They
triple
absolutely
Dagon?
cannot fight him.
Dagon 3.
Oh, at bottom lane.
GH, he's going to die to Mushi here and
Mushi
gets the
even gets
Shadow
out?
Blade away.
Maybe if he can kite
Oh,
this.
the puck's coming. Maybe they have the burst damage. This would be big. He's coming in. Looks like the Venomancer already took a brunt of the damage,
Oh,
but there's the
Miracle!
Dagon, but it's not enough. No, he gets the Sunder off. and it all turns to ash in Mineski's
Mushi.
hands. Well, at least they get that one kill. But a Blink Dagger from Miracle. Boy, is this item shown its worth on a Terrorblade. Moon, can you outplay Miracle here? Can you kite him around as a range hero and get this kill? Sounds
Here
up.
comes
No,
Kuro.
Kuro's here with the Blink Dagger Hex. Just as it begins to look good for Mineski time and time again, Liquid still have that extra card in their hands.
You saw Jabs ping it out too. He said Lion is missing. Was saying, dude, you are going to die in a second, but Moon really just has to go for that kill. Create as much space as he possibly can. Jabs gets blinked on by Kuro, backs up, but this is going to be a second lane of Rax. That Arc Warden is not threatening whatsoever. Miracle jumping forward.
An aggressive Sunder, not even letting himself drop anywhere close to low. Turns around, and with the BKB, going to take that melee Rax. Now they do have the Clockwork TPing in, so maybe they can catch something here. Ninja Boogie kills the ward first.
No, they got to deal with their base first. And the Illusions almost mopping that up. 56 HP left on that Rax, but still, I mean, that's kind of a win for Mineski. That range Rax living, all the Raxes start to add up later on. It doesn't regen, unfortunately. But now the Shrine's being beat on.
Trying to get Hurricane Pike. That's just a way to, like, I would think, okay, you have to get MKB at some point, but he's just got to distance himself from that blink in, right?
Yeah. It's a little bit too scary for him right now. The problem is that he needs a lot of different items to be strong in this game. Like, he needs that Hurricane Pike, but he also needs a BKB so he doesn't just get blinked on by that Terrorblade.
Boy, this blink was such a good decision from Miracle. It has destroyed this Arc Warden.
Yeah. The Arc Warden can't play that space game. And we saw it destroy a bottom 2 when he just jumps on Mushi. He doesn't really care anymore because he realizes he's so strong with that BKB that he can make those aggressive maneuvers.
Yeah.
He's even overslotted. If you notice his items, like, he had to sell that Dragon Lance because he has too much farm.
He's going to pick up the Scotty next. Maybe it's time to start abandoning boots in favor of just the butterfly flutter.
I think that's what it is. He also bought Moon Shards, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's got Unreal farm. What's his GPM at?
I mean, he's at 800 plus gold per minute.
He's at 817. Pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
Everyone else is like, looks pretty normal, their numbers. Mushi just like barely behind them, and then you see Terrorblade is like, oh, that's an aberration.
You know what the crazy thing is? I could see Mineski having a real legitimate shot at being able to win this game, but they were just like 5 minutes behind.
Yeah.
You know, like the MKB just came as that bottom lane push was kind of already won. We have the Mjolnir finally complete, but Butterfly is already up.
Yeah. The larger issue right now is that every single time that Ice shows himself on the map and he's like, maybe we can fight, he gets slapped down.
Yep.
That Roche fight?
That last one where they tried to go on Miracle with a Dagon, say that was a Dagon 4, boom, you got yourself a kill instead of a Sunder turnaround.
It still only requires one fight to kind of reset things. 60K.
Oh, look at this Jabs. Oh, no, he missed the Finger of Death, and you have Sunder on Jabs, so he can actually turn this around if he wants to.
He's saving it. He's waiting for this Terrorblade to show
he forced
himself.
down the cliff. Jabs, so low. He really wants to make a big play with this one. He swaps it onto his ally. Okay.
Dude, Mushi's pretty low.
He'll survive off the poison, but boy, Mushi is not going to be happy with that one, man.
Dude, if he
died because of that,
if for some reason, like, let's just say mind control, he's been pretty YOLO this entire game. He like TPs in, denies him. Jabs is like priority number 1.
Coil onto the real Miracle here. But they don't have Mushi because he had to go back to base, so I'm not sure where their damage is really going to fall in, but at least they popped the BKB. They forced that one out.
Yeah, forcing the BKB is a win in itself right now. Down to 7 seconds. Any little bit in this kind of game matters, as the bottom range Rax does fall, though, for the Radiant. Liquid looks like they're just trying to control this Roshan area, get Aegis number 3 out there with the cheese.
I love this play. They're 5-man smoked up. They've got the Blink
got
Dagger
Sunder
Sunder ready to go. Jabs is sitting at 300
There's no
HP.
BKB either on
this
Miracle.
This is perfect.
If they rocket
can
inside,
get the right kind of initiation. Blink
here you go.
There goes the Sunder with the initiation. Telekinesis. Jabs! You got you, Mineski. They pull the rabbit out of the hat, and might have just won a fight around the Roshan pit. It's just the carry, though, of Team Liquid. They're going to try and catch more here. GH managed to get the roll.
he gets the
Never
block.
mind. Moon blinks right in front of him. Nah, buddy, on the stop sign here. GH still gets the blink ahead. They managed to get no damage onto him after the Eul Scepter. Meanwhile, what's our Viper doing? Looks like Mushi's locked onto a hero here. Mind control, of course, he's riding it this time. Tier 3 dropping low, but they do manage to finally catch GH with the puck.
meanwhile,
Mushi's
in
still
mid-
going on to Matamba Man. Kuro drops so low, but they got the control on him now, and Mind Control adds the extra damage with the Bloodthorn. They split up too much, and Mineski do drop a core out of that one.
That was so wild. I can't believe he did that. Like this 1% play that he needed to win the game, he keeps himself intentionally low, and he's like,
Mineski did the
please,
math.
don't have any way to cancel this. He blinks in the pit blind. Oh, that was awesome. Ah, I love Dota. That was like the cutest thing. Even if they lose that game, that's like, oh, I hope that's highlighted everywhere.
There's so many 1% plays that have to happen for Mineski to
I
win
mean-
this game, and they've got the first one.
He got the lift immediately after, gets the
Yep.
zap at the same time before anybody reacts. Like, dude, how do you react to that? You think, okay, at worst case scenario, Miracle gets hooked in. He'll always have time to pop his BKB. That was
Yep.
the only way he was going down there. Or no, he can Sunder, sorry, at the last second. His BKB was on cooldown. But Mineski, they're still quite far behind, even with that play. Not as far behind as Liquid was in that last game, which goes to show you.
Yeah, we were questioning whether or not Liquid can make the comeback at 20K. Mineski only sitting at a 14,000 deficit.
And that's a Dagon 5 Pugna now.
Yeah, Dagon 5
He's
with
got
that
the 420.
Hype.
Things are progressively getting a little bit better. And now this Arc Warden, you talked about how he needed that MKB. Well, he's got one.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, he's
Did he
starting to
get
pick
the
things
Hurricane
up.
Pike? No, he just got the 4 staff. Okay.
Yeah, he's getting progressively a
Yes.
little bit more farmed. And Liquid, they're heroes. This Veno's decision to go for the Aghanims means that he's not scaling into his DPS core,
Right.
like Mushi was last game. And this Nature's Prophet, we've talked about the shortcomings of this hero's team fights. Does pick up a 10-second BKB. Really needed that.
But he dramatically, like in order to team fight, right, he has to be dramatically ahead in
Yes.
net worth. And he's beginning not to be. Arc Warden just overtook him for the first time in this whole entire game.
Yeah, they're starting to make their comeback here.
But they have to hold on. This is going to be the most crucial part
Dude,
for
they gotta-
Mineski, where they have the most hope.
I'm sorry, but you really have to. I know this sounds like a little bit too much, but you've got to do that again. You have to steal Sunder, get low.
You're asking too much of Jabs, dude. He can't do it all.
One time was a lot, true, but
What's the next level play from someone else from Mineski?
I don't think. I think that's genuinely like the craziest play that they can make part 2. Oh, damn, that was so cool. I'm still smiling about that.
Is Dota trying to make sure that we know about the BKB? That notification is not going away anytime soon.
Yeah.
They really want us to know, William.
They're trying to give Mind Control a hint. As up at top, Ice, shoving at the lane with the Arc Warden, and Mushi just holding the high ground, gonna counter shove the wave.
This is the problem, right? You don't even have to necessarily go back and push that creep wave all the way in. You just cut top and stay around the base, not letting Mineski get any extra pushes out.
Yeah, that's just enough for them. You've got Veno coming up on level 25
Is that the
as
point
well.
for it?
That's really what you're probably waiting for before you try to go for the high ground. But Liquid also realizes one field assault. Look at the enemy team. They've got an Arc Warden. This hero, very famed for making these large comebacks. You've got 2 of you.
Double the chance at a comeback.
Double his net worth, man. Technically,
He's ahead.
it's actually Mineski that's ahead by like 7,000 gold.
Only for that. How long does that spell last?
Yeah, lasts long enough.
All
18 seconds, that's a while.
Only for 18 seconds at a time.
That's a while.
It really is. Now he's got the Hurricane Pike complete as well.
Lotus Orb, up on that Earth Spirit.
It's to counter that Jabs play.
Yes. Oh, here
Miracle
comes
just goes right into it. He's like, I'm going to catch you by surprise. Matamba Man making sure that Mineski do not take the first step
What
here.
he steal?
He initiates first, giving the time. He only got the Venomancer ward out. Matamba Man instantly threw that down, so no big ulti steal. Kuro throws out the Finger of Death. Oh,
He's
and he
gonna
gets
go
blown
down.
up in return.
Ice
Jabs.
went down though.
Yeah, Miracle, he managed to they got one Land of Rex. He's almost trying to finish off the other one. He still has the Aegis as well as the Cheese, and Mushi just cannot stand up to that firepower. Managed to get the Sunder on the Ninja Boogie. That's going to be the Megas complete, and Liquid are still running over Mineski members. It looks like all that hope, all those plays from Mineski, it wasn't enough. GG is finally called, and the series is now even 1-1.
And Arc Warden making his decision to finish that Hurricane Pike. Doesn't have that buyback available. Goes down with a whimper, and very sudden victory for Liquid.
Even if he did, do you think they could have made the comeback against Mega Creeps?
It still would have been really complicated. Like that was an uphill battle for them from the get-go. The fact that Mineski made that competitive at all was kind of cool. Liquid probably overthrew their advantage a little bit with some of those TPs in. They were kind of just like, it's space. It did pay off for them, though, in the end.
It feels like we saw kind of a one-sided game-ish on both sides, but the difference is both these teams have made it to the finals for a reason. Even in the situation where a team looks a little outdrafted and outgunned in every way, especially early on in the laning phase, they still found ways to come back. Liquid did it in game number 1, made that game competitive. Mineski have done it here in game number 2. It seems like these teams are very well matched despite the obvious, what should be disparity on paper, right? Team Liquid should be the dominant force that rolls over everybody 3-0 in the grand finals, but Mineski have proven that they're not going to go down so easy.
Yep, not at all. And for that, we asked the panel what's next.
One to one indeed. Team Liquid having the superior draft, according to my panel, and also a little bit superior gameplay. Even though Mineski did put up a great fight, it is 1-1 right now. Sitting here still with Kyle and Moo. Gentlemen, welcome back. I mean, we can break down that game, which we should, and we will. Don't worry. But I mean, you already kind of said it before. Moo, you had this whole list of Mineski will win if they do this. If they do that, you had a whole list of what they should be doing, and it kind of,
It's very hard for Mineski to win that game. There's just trash everywhere for Liquid. You got illusions, you got wards, you got trees, and then 2 heavy gankers.
Yeah.
Yep.
How do you deal with that?
I don't know if they can. Like that's the thing. Like that's why the game felt very problematic.
It's not only just the trash; it's the amount of tools that like Liquid can find in the trash to use. It's almost like they're sort of sitting in a dumpster, just like finding whatever they want. Whereas Mineski's kind of just like in a very nice park,
well, Liquid
desperately searching for a wrench.
Liquid is the dumpster, and Mineski's in it. You know, that's like.
It's hard to win. You have to deal. Mineski made like some insane plays. There was a sick, it was reminiscent of the game previously, where there was this crazy Rubik Blinken Sunder into the puck combo, and like the Terrorblade dies. But it's at 40 minutes. And it's much like last game, where there's this sick play. They get the initiation they want. They kill the Terrorblade. But it's so hard to do that, and he's so far ahead at that point that much like Liquid,
it's the only way.
It's over already.
To kill the Terrorblade is to steal Sunder.
Yes.
And then get your
They
Rubik
needed
low
to
and
jump
then
into
Sunder the
Liquid's-
Terrorblade. It's pretty hard to win.
All right, so the Terrorblade was a problem. There's other ways to deal with the Terrorblade other than just having the right heroes. You could maybe have different items. To deal with them.
He was last picked. You know.
He was.
I don't know if the Arc Warden was
ask
the pick.
Envy about that last pick Arc Warden. I don't know about that.
Personally, I don't know what you picked, but because it's already pretty rough. Like, I don't want to say it's a draft win. Mineski did play pretty well. They got some sick plays off. 32 to 47. The game was a bloodbath for most of it.
Yeah.
It was very fun to watch.
I can't believe they got 32 kills. Honestly, like that to me speaks a lot about Mineski. One thing that Liquid does that I love, and it's a big part of why they won TI. There are a couple team fights. We'll see one in a clip pretty soon where they just fought middle, and Liquid's really good about always using their spells before they die. They very rarely ever back off. They just choose to fight, and their team connects.
Yeah.
So it looks bad. I think like 2 heroes died before the other heroes had even committed. Then there's an Earth Spirit suddenly like stunning. It's like, oh, that's a bad idea. But oh, then there's Miracle. Now they're cleaning
Everybody
it up.
joins in.
And it ends up as like a 3 for 3. They force the Rubik to TP out. Like Matumba Man pops his ult, pops his Gale. Now Rubik has to TP. Liquid swarms. So even though they start behind, they spam their spells, and they just have so much more damage. Arc Warden's item progression, Aquila, Midas, Maelstrom, bots. In the same time, Terrorblade has Aquila, Dragonlance, Manta, Diffusal, Butterfly, okay?
A little bit out farming.
And there's numerous illusions, not just one for 14 seconds. And Viper hates having to deal with trash and all of these things. It's a lot like OD, Monkey King, like they have to hit things. They don't want to hit wards or illusions or treants, they want to hit heroes.
Sick, because they ran the trees in first to give the illusion that they're going to play against Prophet, and then the triple smoke, very patient from Liquid, gets 2 kills.
Yep.
How big of an impact do you feel like this had in the game?
Very large. This is a kill, 2 kills for Matumba Man, 1 being first blood too. It's like a 1k gold lead before the game even begins.
It's momentum too. It just feels good. I wouldn't
say.
say.
TV back to lane, like it feels bad for Mineski.
And like look at this. Like, what do you do? Look at all the creeps. Look at this.
Yeah, there's just stuff everywhere. I mean, Mushi makes a good decision. They're gonna kill top. Mushi just mans up, knows he's gonna die, gets 2 kills, but
this was really good, and that is what you need to see, and I love watching Mushi do that, because if he doesn't man up there, he doesn't get those kills. But like that at least gives him something. But this is another issue in this game. They have no answer to the Sunder. They need to play super well to ever kill this guy. Like the fake TP. This was the fight where they do
I don't know if that's a fake TP.
It was a fake TP. Like they're just like fight. And like here comes the puck, but Miracle's just like, what's up? And he's just hitting him.
Dude, there it is. The Hex.
Yeah, and it's just like this was sick too, because this is how you can't kill Terrorblade.
Can I give MVP to jabs? Like just all game with these steals.
He had to steal tools from Liquid's trash to be able to even threaten this Terrorblade, and like that's how you're killing. And anytime you have to kill the enemy main carry by stealing their spells, you're gonna feel bad.
I just want to point out that in this analogy, the trash is a good thing.
Yes, because there's tools in the trash.
When we say trash, we just mean like it's like trash mobs, like you're playing World of Warcraft or something. It's
you never know.
You never know
just
what's
trees and wards, like things you
loot.
don't want to kill, but they're just in the way.
Yep. People give away some crazy stuff. Like you can find a ton of stuff Friday night. You go around looking at all the dumpsters, like what's nearby. You'll see TVs,
No, I know what you do on your
couches.
Friday nights?
Yeah, I mean it's a lot of fun.
Dumpster diving with complexity.
And what do you mean we just live inside the dumpster move?
Every day is a dumpster dive.
The other thing I wanted to comment on, Radiant or Mineski can never Rosh.
Okay.
And with the change to Roshan giving cheese on the second Aegis, like right here, I believe they're walking in and Miracle has Aegis. Yeah, look at his items. Like he buys a Blink into BKB. Oh, I didn't realize he went Blink before Butterfly, but what can you do? Look, boom. They're now all
big
ulted
Venomancer alt steal.
You have to kill Miracle twice. They need to steal spells to kill him once, but twice is just like so hard, and nothing threatens him. He does so much more damage than the enemy team, and his positioning here by just being in the base means that if you don't fight him, he hits your towers, and you have to fight him eventually.
For a team that is outdrafted, though, in this case, Mineski, they did hold on for a very long time.
Yes, they really did. I cannot believe they got as many kills as they did. I felt like this game should have ended by 25 minutes. I think the second Aegis push usually ends the game, but Mineski made some incredible plays, and thus they're able to stay in it. And it feels to me like the same as the game previously, where it didn't matter that they played so well. The game is so hard for them to win. They needed to do this well the entire game. And as Moose said, like you get double first blooded. It's a little demoralizing. And like right here, this is just like this is insane.
They're getting kills, but they can never get towers. They can never reclaim map control or do Roche. So
all the
it's
fights on
very
the Radiant side of the map, and like even if you kill Miracle here, like what would it have given them? And instead he Sunders. Kuro's gonna show up pretty soon to finish off the puck. It's just. The Blink I love, by the way, because it's so good in this game. Anytime you have a Lion, like you want to always maximize the Hex and the stun damage. That window of CC, as you'll see right here, a hero has to die in this time, and the Blink is really nice to always be able to follow up on the initiation.
Yeah. Was there a way for Mineski to, I don't know, with the draft that they had, to do anything different so that they wouldn't be in this position? Like if they weren't dying on bottom on those first 2 deaths they had?
I feel like their opener was kind of weak. It was the Rubik clock.
Yeah.
It's not threatening enough. When you see Rubik clock as your first 2, especially versus Veno and Earth Spirit, like you pick Veno, you have to respond to it. You pick Rubik clock, you don't really need to do anything special in response to those picks. And that's made the rest of the picks kind of awkward. Like, you got to pick this Viper because you need a strong hero to frontline for your Rubik Clockwork. You had to third pick the Puck like we talked about because, you know, you need something because they were second pick.
And it comes down to damage. Like, Rubik Clock just don't threaten. Matumba Man Veno was camped on the Radiant Ancients for nearly the entire mid game. Yeah. And if you fight like by Earth Spirit and Veno just hitting R on anyone is going to do way more damage than Rubik Clock will by playing absolutely flawlessly. And by him just sitting on Ancients and farming, even if he dies, he's going to get a return kill.
Veno can just run in and push R, and he's going to have more impact than Rubik Clock will, stealing spells and like playing perfectly.
And they just send stuff down the lanes. They always have map pressure, and like we were saying, even if they die, it's on the Radiant side of the map. They're never going to get objectives. Like, Mineski's going to feel trapped. They were sitting in their base for a long time. They made a lot of big plays,
MVP,
but it's just, what do you do?
Miracle ending the game with a lot of items, no boots.
It's always a
shard
good
in there
feeling.
somewhere.
The MVP of the game. I mean, he had a little bit of a free Terrorblade game, as you'd say.
It wasn't free. It was a good Terrorblade game
was a
for
good
sure.
Terrorblade game.
But he definitely played well. Had good item choices. Very nice Sunders.
I see Arc Warden as like a free pass to the next round for the enemy team.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping we don't see that hero again. I'm personally not a believer. I've seen a lot of people that believe in these weird heroes. You know, Artur, Sumail, Envy, they all play it, and
Some games it does. We have seen it win this tournament.
I've seen every hero in Dota win.
No, this tournament. It was Thursday. SG won from it, from VG Gaming.
That's true.
That's true. What they picked something. I don't remember that.
That game was
well.
rough to watch.
As a VG Gaming
Let's just say
fan.
when China went 0-8.
They
Arc
did.
Warden beat China.
Didn't we lose a game to China?
We did not.
Did?
Almost did.
Oh,
Probably
we
should've
almost
lost
did.
one.
No, he didn't lose a game against China.
No.
China didn't indeed win a single game. So, but I mean, this is just game 2. It is tied, so 3 games possibly remaining for these two teams. Liquid versus Mineski will continue very shortly after this break.
World Electronic Sports Games returns